big thing is you need to be able to identify when one is starting. You also need to identify when one is coming to an end and when you want to get into the markets and take advantage of the price going up in value. And so there's a few really simple ways, a high level view of how I look at the markets. And I want to cover how we go about doing this, because once you have this feel or this vision or view of the market, everything really changes in my opinion. And it comes down to market structure. Now, I live on the water. I'm a boater. I'm a sailor, kiteboarder, all of that stuff. I'm a surfer. And so I like to look at the stock market, and not just the stock market, but this is the same with gold and silver, precious metals, pretty much any asset class. But look at the stock market as the ocean tide. When the tide goes up, it lifts all boats. When the tide goes down, all boats go down. And so that, if we were to look at the stock market itself, we want to know, are we in a bullish environment? Now, this is the SP 500. This is the weekly chart going back to 2020, the COVID low here. And so if you look at the stock market or whatever asset it is, are we in a bullish long-term rising tide environment, or are we in a declining falling tide? Now, if you're in a rising tide, you obviously want to own that asset class, which are equities in this case. If it's falling, you don't want to be. You might want to be somewhere else. You might want to be in gold. You might want to be in the US dollar rallied 18% in 2022 while the stock market fell. So you want to move away from a tide that's going down and into a rising tide. And right now we are back into a rising tide environment. So that's the big view, bull market or bear market.